Dr. Gitesh,
Yes,
can we start the session?
yes.
Okay. So, Dr. Rajasri, you can start the session.
Thank you, Dr. Deepu. Hello, everyone. Let's start another exciting session of IHMA webinar. Let's start first of all with a silent prayer. Okay, now uh, if a small introduction about our host, our speaker today, Dr. Jitesh, and he is a successfully completed his course in homeopathy and started his journey to cure people with his knowledge of homeopathy. He has a master and knowledge in training in treating acute and chronic diseases like allergy, dementia, multiple sclerosis, psoriasis, cerebral palsy, autism, cardiovascular diseases, arthritis, avascular necrosis, diabetes, liver diseases, kidney diseases, renal calculi, etc. He believes in holistic treatment, and he had also completed his course in international classical homeopathy at the institute run by the great homeopath and alternate Nobel Prize winner, Professor George Vitolkas in Greece. And he has undergone extensive real-time training under homeopaths like Dr. Rajan Shankaran and Dr. Amar Nikam and more than 30 eminent teachers. He has actively been a part of several health camps at hospitals and private organizations, and he has been awarded by several organizations and has presented lots of paper on homeopathy and all. And welcome, sir. We expect a wonderful session from you. Over to you, sir. Thank you. Hello, sir. Are you
Yeah.
there?
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the introduction. Thank you. So, today I'm going to share about my clinical experience on degenerative disc diseases and homeopathy. That how I treated this type of cases and how homeopathy can manage this. So, so I want to show some what are the examples of disc problems like normal disc, degenerated disc, bulging disc, herniated disc, thinning disc, and disc degeneration with osteophyte formation. So, what is lumbar disc disease? Degenerative disc diseases in the lumbar spine or lower back refers to a syndrome in which age-related wear and tear on a spinal disc cause low back pain. So we can understand this. Our spinal disc are the like the shock absorbers and between the vertebrae or bones on the spine, and they help us to stay flexible. So all the damage, all the degeneration takes place over here itself. So what is the cause which creates this kind of damages or degeneration? Most of the cause is dry out. Like when we are born, the disc in the spine are made up of water. So as the age progresses, we lose water and get thinner. So flatter disc cannot absorb shocks as well. So water loss, that means less cushion and padding between the vertebrae. So this can cause the pain. So this can cause the pain. So crack, the stress of everyday movements, minor injuries over the years can cause tiny tears in the outer wall, which contain nerves. And if the wall breaks down, the disc soft core may push through the cracks. And another reason maybe the bulge, the slip out of place, which is called slipped or herniated disc. And it creates damage to the nearby nerves. So there are four types of degenerative spine disease which I need to elaborate here. That is herniated disc, sciatica, degenerative disc disease, and spinal stenosis. So herniated disc are the vertebral disc have the important role of shock absorption. So herniated disc can be caused by any injury from the normal and wear and tear due to aging process. And sciatica is the largest nerve of the body running from lower back from the buttocks to the down the legs, and it has very irritating pain and patient may become in a debilitated state because of the pain. And today I'm going to show the cases which we have treated in a homeopathic manner. So degenerative disc diseases, like the gel-like fluid, as I explained, they absorb shock, and if the fluid there is a damage, when they are degenerate, they create bone spurs as well, and that bone spurs can put pressure on the nerve roots, causing the pain or limiting the movement. Spinal stenosis. Over the time, the spinal canal can become increasingly narrow, putting pressure on the nerves and cause sciatic pain, weakness, numbness in the affected areas. And it may be due to age, hereditary, spinal trauma, arthritis. So let me explain the important difference between spondylosis and spondylitis. It's a very important to know. I know everybody knows it. I'm just a brush up with the basics first. So spondylosis, spinal arthritis, is a very, very common age-related condition which affects joints and disc in the neck and the back. And spondylitis is an inflammation of any joints between the vertebrae of the spine, and this may occur in osteoarthritis, RA, or ankylosing spondylitis. So how to examine this, whether there is a compression in the patient disc? There is a way which is called SLR, the straight leg raise test, and it is used to determine if the patient has a sciatic pain or a lumbar disc compression. So let the patient lie down with one leg and either straight or flexed at knee, with the sole of the foot flat on the stretcher. So if the affected leg is kept straight and raised up by the examiner, and if the test is positive when raising leg between 30 to 70 degree, that means pain should occur when the leg is raised, and at that time you can see that there must be some compression, and that sensitivity may improve with dorsiflexion of foot while the leg is elevated. So how we can interpret this? The pain in the leg is produced when you take the leg to 30 to 70 degrees, and at that time you can confirm that that is a lumbar disc herniation at the L4 or S1. And when there is a pain at less than 30 degree of the flexion in the hip, and it can indicate acute spondylolisthesis, gluteal abscess, disc protrusion, extrusion, tumor of the buttocks, acute dural inflammation, a maligning patient, or the sign of the buttock. And pain at the greater than 70 degree of hip flexion might indicate the tightness of the hamstring. There must be constriction in the gluteus maximus or in the pathology. So this all can be confirmed. See, this is a physical examination. This can be confirmed by only a MRI of the lumbar spine. So what are the symptoms? So symptoms here, I need to describe regarding cervical radiculopathy as well in this, because majority of the patients coming with the cervical pain, so we need to evaluate the patient in a well, like in a possible radiating pain, the feel that patient is coming and telling sharp stabbing, hot pain. When there is a cervical disc degeneration and the pain is left sided or right sided in the shoulder or arm, so this is called as cervical radiculopathy. And in the cases of lumbar disc degeneration, the pain is felt in hips, buttocks, down the back of leg, and this is called as lumbar radiculopathy. So you can see like like during the COVID situation, everybody seeing on the like phones continuously straining at it. So these all posters, these all factors which are aggravating the cervical pain and the lumbar pain as well. So likewise, regular stretching the neck can decrease cervical disc pain. Taking short and frequent walks during the day can also decrease lumbar disc pain, which I think majority of the people are not following it. So what is the diagnosis and treatment? The X-ray and MRI is the only way to find out, and old spinal injuries in the history. And the goal is to ease the pain. And basically there is a majorly what happens, doctors advise surgery is the last part which is advised by the doctors, but we can manage through homeopathy. So how homeopathy can help? We can treat cervical and lumbar degenerative conditions. We can repair the lumbar area from advanced level of degradation. At least we can prevent it. Further deterioration should not be controlled. Homeopathy can treat the most stubborn disc prolapse irrespective of the condition, and chronic back pain can be treated with homeopathy better than any form of medicines. So case 1, age 40, male. Here's a known case of lumbarization of S1 vertebrae. It was a congenital anomaly and mild straightening of lumbar curve since 7 months. In his MRI, we found out there is a lumbarization of 7S1 vertebrae, mild straightening of lumbar curve, early degenerative spondylotic changes L5S1, S1 and S2 with mild reduction of L5S1 intervertebral disc heights and diffuse disc bulb with smaller left focal article disc protrusion. So he has this kind of changes in this MRI in his spine. So we have taken the history anamnesis. So what is the history? He's working in a railway department as a traffic assistant, and 7 months back during working, suddenly he got pain in the back and he sat down, and the gradually all the pain started. So chief complaint which he noted, that is ascending type of pain on the whole left leg and pain only during motion and sensation of hardness inside. The tightening sensation during walking and difficulty in walking, and which aggravates with long walking and only gets ameliorated by rest and by cold. So past history, he had a history of anemia, appendectomy, gastritis, family history with asthma. Elder brother also has asthma. Physical generals. Recurrent complaint, gastric. He had a habit of taking liquor and desire spicy, aversion fish, mouth, sour irritation from mouth, history of caries, tongue, slight white coated, he's a thirsty, perspiration profuse from forehead, chest, burning of chest, sleep, refreshing, likes to lie on the left side. His my mental symptoms, that will be he's a railway traffic assistant, quarrelsome in nature, did not like dominating nature, always wanted to obey others, and he was sad after the death of his father and brother. Helping nature, less talkative, anxiety about disease, despair, recovery, daring but fear of snake, revengeful, usually not much emotional, but when he sees crying in front of him, he feels emotional. He does not like dominating in nature, people, and superior. So this is the ailments from, that is stooping, myasm tubercular, thermal, hot. So this is a totality which is considered. Can anybody tell me what remedy which helped him? Anyone?
In the chat box.
Yes, sulfur. Very nice. Yeah, you can write. Everyone can participate actively. That will be a good learning session as well. See, whatever I'm trying to share here is my experience. Dr. Harpreet Kaur Kalika, very nice. Sulfur, okay. Sulfur is coming up. Naxwamika, Lyco. It's a very simple case. So every case I'm going to show, Dr. Sujit Patra Lyco, okay. So every case I'm going to show, let us have a work session that will be more interacting, and you can all suggest, because I am explaining whole the case and I'm giving you all the history of the patient. So it will be very helpful and you can also learn. So any more suggestions? Shall we move? Dr. Deepu?
We can move. Yeah.
Okay. So let me explain. The remedy was definitely not sulfur, not Kalikap. Kalikap is a chili. Naxwamika is chili. And Lycopodium is ambithermal. The remedy which I gave, that was Ledampal. So giving Ledampal, you can see in Clark Metria Medica, tearing, shooting, pulsative, paralytic pains worse by movement. The pain in joints are only ones which are worse by movement. Mind, anxiety, tendency to anger, rage, sciatica, left-sided, aggravate by night, by heat. Remember, I told him he feels better by cold applications. So this was a marked confirmatory for Ledampal. So I'll show you the follow-up of the patient. This is a before treatment.
बाकी ऐसे बैठा रहूंगा लेटा रहूंगा दर्द नहीं देता, चलने में प्रॉब्लम होता है।
कब से हो रहा है?
ये पिछले 7-8 महीने से, 6-7 महीने, 6-7 महीने से।
कैसे ऐसे सडनली निकला या फिर कुछ
नहीं मैम, एक्चुअली फिजियोथेरेपी करा रहे थे और कुछ मेडिसिन दे रहे थे, तो आराम नहीं हो पा रहा है, तो वहाँ ऑपरेशन कराना बोल रहे थे।
चलेंगे हम थोड़ा वहाँ से?
So you can see due to pain he was just limping. And this is the after treatment video.
लग रहा है
अच्छा लग रहा है,
ट्रीटमेंट लेने के बाद, मेडिसिन लेने के बाद
सब ठीक बढ़िया लग रहा है।
पहले से कितना अच्छा?
पहले से बहुत बढ़िया है।
अभी चल सकते हैं?
जी चल सकते हैं।
आइए, पूरा स्ट्रेट चल रहे हैं ना?
So this is how Ledampal helped him. So now case 2. "38-year male, he had a pain and swelling in hip bone, and his MRI showed loss of lumbar lordosis, transitional L5 vertebrae, hypertrophied ligamentum flavum at L3, L4, L4, L5 with level of narrowing foramina." So anamnesis, chief complaint, pain and swelling right hip, ascending upstairs aggravate, folding the legs, lies on right side, ambulation by rest, lies on motion. Onset that was gradual, and causation, he had a history of falling from elephant ride, or he also has recurrent coryza in night when awake, deformities of toes, nails, brittle nails since last year, pain in right heel in early morning since 15 days. Past history, piles which was operated at 2013, typhoid, and he had a fall history from elephant ride. Family history, mother arthritis. Physical generals, so everyone can see and they can suggest me the remedy at the end. That will be quite interactive, right? So he had a habit of tea, appetite, can't tolerate hunger, tongue patches in tongue, thirst, SQSI, anxiety, breathlessness, bowel unsatisfactory stool, bladder, urine frequency increases during the cold season, back swelling and pain on back due to hard work, pain and swelling in the hip bone, pain in heel, early morning by movement ameliorates by walking. Scanty perspiration, no odor in sweat, sleep was not proper, unrefreshing, lies on both sided, had no dreams. So he was a contractor by profession, and he used to live. He used to lead the life like all the hard work they do, going here and there. So he had a very tough life. So he had a family history of like he used to get a lot of back strain due to his work, and he was less talkative, likes company of parents, mild nature wise he likes sympathy, helping in nature, cleanliness, punctual, reach on time. When he always has a habit of discipline, he wants punctuality. When anyone can't reach at time, he gets angry. So this is all the history what we got, and elements from we took, that is fall, thermal, hot, miasm, psychosis. So this is the totality. Anyone can suggest the remedy? Chat. Arnika, nice. Restrox. See, not every remedy comes up in the repertory sheet in the front. I consider that. I open the Metromedica and read and confirm. That's my way. Restrox. Brainia, Pulsatilla. Nice. Some more Pulsatilla. Okay. Salb. Some more Ruta. Okay, very nice. Arnika. So everyone thinks that Arnika,
Arnica is for everyone's choice.
yes, just because he had a fall history, right? But Arnica is a chili remedy. Calcarea carb. Agaricus is also chili. Calcarea is also chili. Pulsatilla. Okay, thermals is keeping thermals aside. We need the totality, right? In which remedy you can see. If you can see the complete repetition sheet, you can get the totality and you can get the remedy in front of you only. I think everyone is focused on the injury. What about his piles history? Still, anyone do you want to suggest more? Okay, the remedy. Okay, someone has got it. That was Aeschylus. Dr. Rishabh Patel. Yes, the remedy was Aeschylus. The constant backache affecting the sacrum, hips, and the depressed mind, irritable sacroiliac region. What Boger has written: worse in the morning. I'm walking better on continued exertion. See the follow up. I don't have the treatment before, but this is the follow up video.
नाम है आपका?
शंकर सिंह।
पहले क्या प्रॉब्लम था आपका? हॉस्पिटल आए थे, मेडिसिन लेने के बाद क्या क्या हुआ बताइए थोड़ा।
ये मेरा पीछे ये बॉन में
हाँ
पीछे हिप के पास दर्द रहता था
जी।
और उसके बाद मुझे पता चला तो मैं यहाँ पर जेडीएस हॉस्पिटल झारसुगुड़ा जब आया।
कब आए थे?
ये 2 महीने पहले।
जी।
तो उसमें प्रॉब्लम तो था काफी, लेकिन इस बार 2 महीने का दवा खाने के बाद मेरे को काफी रिलीफ हुआ है और जो स्वेलिंग था ये सब जो हिप में सब में बहुत कमी आया है।
स्वेलिंग था
जी।
अच्छा और क्या होता था?
अब थोड़ा सा वो अस्थमा टाइप का प्रॉब्लम था, उसमें भी कमी आया है।
अस्थमा टाइप का कमी था?
हाँ, अस्थमा टाइप का तो लग रहा था।
अच्छा
उसमें भी थोड़ा सा कमी आया है।
ओके और कुछ?
तो सब ठीक है।
So Aeschylus helped him. So case 3. Lumbago since 10 years, bilateral cervical spondylosis since 2 to 3 months. Chief complaints lumbago 10 years back injury occurred as well as result in difficulty in walking. So there was a stiffness sensation, stooping very difficult, aggravates in morning and due to cold ameliorate by lying. So second complaint he had bilateral cervical spondylosis in 2 to 3 months, aggravates in the morning. Physical generals, he had a complete history of coryza, habit of tobacco, desire sweets, food allergy, brinjal, he causes dust allergy, head, sometimes headache, ear deafness, nose coryza frequent, history of offensive smell, tongue moist, not clean, thirst normal, throat history, frequent tonsillitis, perspiration scanty, sleep complete, lie on left side. He was a occupation by teacher. So the childhood history, what we understood that he said that he had a struggle life, anger is less, low economic condition, could not cry, ambition of a doctor, was studious, fearful of thunderstorm, and playful. Adulthood, he had a less anger now, he cannot cry still, likes motivation, he has a strong fear of thunderstorm, and is expressive. So ailments from which we consider that was from cold, thermal chilly, miasm psychotic. Anybody wants to suggest the remedy before I show the chart of totality? Anyone? Merck Sol, Rustox, Dr. Farzana, Thuja, Phosphorus, Causticum, Dr. Gaurav Kumar, Dr. Dhruv, Phosphorus. Okay, very nice. Good try. Any more suggestions, please? It's a very simple case. Ilium cepa. Okay. Phosphorus. Kali carb. Nice. Okay. This is a repertory chart. Know anyone? Calcarea carb. Suppressed desire. Okay. Staph. Okay. The remedy which I gave him, that was simicifuga. And if you read simicifuga, you can see the totality here, the stiffness, the inflammation of the spondylitis, the hearing impaired, the offensive odor, back pain in the morning. You can see simicifuga as the bleeding. The only issue what happened over here, that I could not find the simicifuga fear of thunderstorm in the repertory. Then again I checked the repertory. In complete repertory, I found out there is simicifuga given in complete repertory. So that was my confirmatory. The whether the totality should match, right? So, and when you read from Phatak Materia Medica, stiff neck, pain, worse, sensitive pressure, also causes nausea, soreness of all muscles, stiff contracted neck and back. The Clark Materia Medica, you can write rheumatic pain in the muscles of neck and back, feeling of stiffness. Feeling of stiffness is the essence of simicifuga. Always remember. Even anacardium has that, but simicifuga also has it. Stiff neck from cold air. Stiff neck from cold air. Remember the cold exposure. Sensitiveness of the spine, especially in the cervical and upper dorsal regions. So I'll show you the follow-up.
ये आपका क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रहा था?
तो ये मेरे कमर में बहुत दर्द था और मैं कोई भी कार्य नहीं कर पा रहा था, यहाँ तक झुक भी नहीं पा रहा था, अपने दैनिक जो दैनिक कार्य है वो भी सही ढंग से नहीं कर पा रहा था। और यहाँ मैं जब से मेडिसिन लेना शुरू किया हूँ तब से मैं अब कार्य करने लगा हूँ, अच्छी जिंदगी जीने लगा हूँ और ठीक हूँ, बहुत अच्छा हूँ। यहाँ के मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ यहाँ के डॉक्टर, यहाँ पूरी टीम को कि मेरे को अपनी नई जिंदगी यहाँ चल रही है।
30. I used all 30. So another case.
So there's a question, which potency and how was the repetition?
30 BD. And if the pain is more, I ask them to take 1 hourly.
Okay.
That's the way I do. So case study 4, next, male 45-year, sciatica. It's a known case of sciatica. His MRI showed mild anthrolisthesis, L5S1, due to bilateral old spondylitic defects involving L5, disc degeneration of L4, L5 with central protrusion. So his history was quite different, what I never heard. He was like, during sitting in a chair, there was severe pain, which started on lumbosacral region. After treatment, the complaint reappeared that day. Pressure on abdominal region due to heavy rush of the people in the train. So the journey of the disease, which I asked, he told that he traveled in a train and he has to compress himself on a train just to have a space. There was a lot of space. And after that incident, he went to the home and he sit in the chair, and after 7 to 8 hours, he felt severe pain on that lumbosacral region. And when he went to the doctor, he advised from operation. So he definitely don't want the operation. So he went back and he came to us. And at that time, listening that of operation, he got panic that he had such a problem that he needs to get operated. So the history, what he told us. After that, he had sciatica. The chief complaint which we noted, that was sciatica since 5 to 6 years, because it was in year 2001. So right-sided sciatica, burning, he became restless due to the pain, stiffness, pain on and off, tingling on the sole, pulsating pain on lumbar region, complaint that which gets aggravated on lying on the painful side at night, especially aggravation at night, but drawing up limbs, amelioration, the pain. Past history, jaundice, chickenpox, ringworm, family history, father hypertension, mouth ulcer in stomach, wife diabetes and frozen shoulder. Physical generals, he had addiction of tobacco, that is an appetite proper, desire sweets, thirst, LQLI, sleep, snoring. He used high pillow, Sometimes he wakes with suffocation. He must get up in the bed and sit. Dreams of snakes, perspiration profuse, teeth cold drink sensitive, tongue moist, gastritis, extremities left side ring finger numbness and tingling, skin itching with eruptions, itching on face, scalp, and he had a lot of sexual desire. He was in occupation of marketing line. Family financial condition poor. Plus two could not complete his history study due to poor financial condition and work hard since 15 years of age. Daring, obstinate in nature, irritable. Any impactable incidents which we asked that at 12 years of age he was affected by he got electric current shock, an injury on his right side of palm. Marriage at the age of 29, and now he had a good family condition. He wants to be alone. He's very talkative, emotional, weeping mood, always want to explain his complaint by weeping. He used to weep and he used to explain his complaint. Mentally disturbed due to his mother and sister. His sister is staying with him after divorce, and sister become very irritable easily, and he feels that parents does not trust to him. He's inactive, lazy, postpone everything, sad when silent, not expressive, memory good, consolation, emulation, and had a fear of darkness. He was very religious, liked to listen music, religious songs, anxiety about health, fear of cancer, fear of getting mad, taking antidepressive medicine, and panic before to going to meet during even the normal meeting. Impactful incident which we asked, he said that my relative died from cancer, and after that only, after listening that, he had a fear of cancer. So myasm psychosis, thermal hot. Anyone wants to suggest the remedy? Ask alb. Arsenic alb is the most chilly remedy. So I clearly showed that thermal is hot. So
Lyco.
going nice. Amon Muir, yes, towards hot. Amon Muir is towards hot. I'll show the repertorization chart. Lycopodium. Okay. But lycopodium is a right-sided, right to left, right? Syphilinum. Dr. Kirti Mathun, carcinosin or lachesis. So the remedy was lachesis. So why lachesis? You can see here, every picture was covered with the lachesis. His talkativeness, he was in a marketing line, used to, you can say the picture like he being in a marketing line, he used to speak a lot and used to be expressive. So much of like fear of cancer also covered by lachesis. Delusion become insane. He had a fear, he'll go mad. That was also covered with lachesis. And the respiration which I told, that every night he used to sleep and he just wake up with the suffocation, must sit up, lying down bed. So this all complete picture was covered with lachesis. So remedy which I gave, that was lachesis. The Bernoulli, I don't know how many people refer Bernoulli, but I really refer in Bernoulli's rheumatism, and it has given good keynotes of the remedy. In this, you can find burning pain along the nerve locality, jealousy, gushes of heat. He used to say, burning, all the leg is burning. So this was covered clearly by lachesis. And after giving lachesis, I don't have the video of the patient, but the pain got reduced 80%, sleep also improved, and there was no burning sensation. And the potency I used, that was 30 only. So next, another case, 27 years female, suffering from sinusitis as well as sciatica. Her MRI was at L4, L5, L5, S1, mild post disc bulge. It was for 15 days. It was for 15 days only. I don't repeat like more for lachesis, as a my like lachesis 15 days, that was enough for him. And his pain subsided. BD. Yes, BD. So, causing mild stenosis of bilateral neural foramina at C3, C4, C4, C6, mild posterior disc bulge. So her journey of disease was 10 years back. She was suffering from cold coryza severely, pain in head after taking medicine. She feels better. And that was a headache actually. So a complaint reappear again and again after marriage. Complaint aggravated, and she's telling whether due to some environmental factors it triggered, And year 2015 she was diagnosed at frontal sinusitis. So main complaint was her frontal sinusitis since 10 years, blockage of nose, recurrent sneezing, burning sensation inside the nose which aggravates in cold air exposure, pain in nape of neck, zygomatic bone, nasal concave complaint, rising after in the morning aggravates, evening cold exposure, hair wash, warm drinks ameliorate, sleep disturbed, irritable, hair fall, itching scalp, burning, right-sided backache which increase in prolonged sitting, prolonged lying, prolonged standing, stooping forward, and ameliorates by only oil massage with slight pressure. Past history: malaria, typhoid twice in life, jaundice, urine infection, chicken pox in childhood. Husband has hypertension. Diet mixed, appetite diminished, desire chili. She loves to eat spicy. Head vertigo rising from a sitting position. Loud sound also can cause vertigo. Ear itching, pain, cold exposure, nose. Uh, she was suffering. No, there's a nasal, obviously nasal sound because of the coryza. Stomach and abdomen pain in left-sided mild. Uh, After relation, there is a pulsating pain. Throat gland swollen, exposure to cold. Perspiration scanty. Sleep left-sided pillow, head high, feels better when the head is high. Obviously she's suffering from recurrent coryza complaint, so when the head lies when keeping the head high makes her feel better. Sleep unrefreshing, thirsty. So mental symptoms: she did become close with sister, brother, fear of height. She had in childhood fear of height, fear of water. Mild nature, studious, anger does not express anger when crying. She gets silent also. Impactful incident: death of a grandmother. And now anger easily, irritate easily, anger expressed by a reply or crying in alone, less talkative, like to talk with her brother and sister, wants to be alone. Religious reaction to criticism: she do not reply. She had a ambulation, height consolation, like fear of height. There was a lot of fear of height, consolation, ambulation, difficulty in taking decision, memory weak, weeping easily, emotionally sensitive, fastidious, nervous, palpitation during traveling. So thermal was chilly, Myasm psychosis. So anybody wants to suggest the remedy? It's a very simple case. Naxomika, Thuja. Thuja is towards hot. She's a chilly. She has a complete sensitiveness with cold.
Cali bike, the suggestion, sir.
Yes, Dr. Ramna Rao, right. That was a Kali Bai only. It's a clear case of Kali Bai. Perfect. See, all because not because of sinusitis, it covered a great picture of backache only, which I need not tell you. I think everyone knows that Kali Bai has a complete cover in backache and sciatica, pain in right hip extending to knee, worse by standing, sitting, lying on bed. Pressure causes pain to shoot along the entire nerve. What Clark has written beautifully in Kali Bai. And yes, the Kali Bai was the remedy, and I'll show you the follow up as well. See, what Fatak has written: chronic inflammation of frontal sinuses with stopped up sensation. This is what is happens with her. All nose get choked. So this was a before treatment.
क्या नाम है आपका? शालिनी राय। अच्छा, क्या तकलीफ है?
हमको साइनस है।
हाँ।
मतलब 12 साल पहले पता चला कि साइनस का प्रॉब्लम है। लेकिन उस टाइम जैसे दवा खाए और जो परहेज होता है ठंडा वंडा नहीं खाना, वो सब कर रहे थे तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं बना था, क्योंकि हमारा ये इतना डस्ट वाला नहीं था। और अभी मैरिज के बाद जब यहाँ आके रह रहे हैं तो ये तो डस्ट वाला एरिया है, यहाँ हमको प्रॉब्लम ज्यादा हो रहा है। तो मतलब सर बहुत पेन होता है और सर पर धो के नहा लेने से तुरंत सर्दी पकड़ लेता है, छींक आना स्टार्ट हो जाता है। सुबह से जल्दी सो के उठते हैं तो जो ठंडा हवा सुबह वाला लगता है उससे प्रॉब्लम होता है, सर पेन, छींक ये सब स्टार्ट हो जाता है। और ये दोनों आईब्रो के पास पेन होता है, ये जगह पेन होता है मेरा, ये सब कान वान सब अभी पेन होने लगा, ये गर्दन वर्दन सारा पेन करता है। और मतलब नाक वाक खुजलाता है, ऊपर का तलवा हुआ ये सब खुजली होता है, बहुत सारा एनी टाइम पेन रहता है, भारी भारी लगते रहता है।
अच्छा, इसका शुरुआत कैसे हुआ था?
मतलब ऐसे ना पहले मेरा सर्दी हमको हुआ, तो बहुत ज्यादा मतलब एक दो दिन छोड़ के हो रहा था। तो फिर हम लोग डॉक्टर को दिखाए कि इतना जल्दी जल्दी क्यों हो रहा है, तो फिर वो एक्सरे करवाने बोले। फिर एक्सरे करवाए तो पता चला साइनस का प्रॉब्लम है। तो उस टाइम हम एलोपैथिक में दिखाए, तो वहाँ पे जितने दिन का कोर्स का दवा दिए थे वो सारा कंप्लीट की। फिर वो बोले कि अभी तो कंट्रोल है और ठंडा वंडा नहीं खाना तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा। तो हम ठंडा वंडा कुछ नहीं खा रहे थे, तो हमको सच में कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो रहा था। लेकिन शादी के बाद जब यहाँ पे आए बनभाल, तो यहाँ डस्ट की वजह से हमको बहुत ज्यादा एलर्जी से प्रॉब्लम होना स्टार्ट हो गया। तो प्रॉब्लम स्टार्ट हो गया, तो मतलब सर पेन ज्यादा स्टार्ट हुआ। तब हमको पता नहीं था कि साइनस बढ़ के मेरा सर पेन हो रहा है।
अच्छा,
तो हमारे डिस्पेंसरी में दिखा रहे थे, तो वहाँ
So this is a quite long conversation. I'm just showing the after treatment.
क्या नाम है?
सालिनी।
अच्छा, अभी अभी कैसा लग रहा है मेडिसिन लेने के बाद?
वो पहले से बहुत अच्छे हो गए।
हाँ। अब साइनस का प्रॉब्लम कैसा है?
साइनस का प्रॉब्लम भी बहुत कंट्रोल हो गया।
हाँ, और सर में दर्द, जबड़े में जो दर्द होता था कैसा
वो
है
सब
अभी?
अभी नहीं है।
अच्छा लग रहा है?
सर का दर्द बस हल्का हल्का है,
हाँ,
लेकिन जो ये सब जबड़ा उबड़ा दर्द होता था,
हाँ।
ये सब अभी पेन नहीं हो रहा है।
अच्छा, नाक में जलन
वो सब भी अभी नहीं हो रहा है कुछ भी।
अच्छा, और ये जबड़ा में दर्द है?
ये भी ठीक है।
ठीक है ना?
हाँ,
ठीक है। अभी आपका नींद कैसा आ रहा है?
नींद पहले से ठीक हो गया।
हाँ। कमर में दर्द कैसा है अभी?
वो भी पहले से बहुत कम है।
ठीक है ना?
जी,
तो ये हाथ वाथ सब दर्द हो रहा था वो कैसा है?
ये भी बहुत अच्छा हो गया। पहले हमें हाथ वाथ मुड़ा नहीं पा रहे थे,
हाँ।
लेकिन अभी मूव करने होता है, मतलब बहुत कम पेन होता है, हल्का हल्का, पहले जैसा नहीं।
झुनझुनी वो सब है क्या?
वो सब कुछ नहीं।
नहीं है ना? अच्छा, वो गर्दन वाला दर्द कैसा है थोड़ा बताइए।
ये जो यहाँ पे ना, ये अभी बिल्कुल नहीं हो रहा, बस इस जगह में होता है हल्का फुल्का कुछ मूव करने से, नहीं तो ऐसे बिल्कुल भी पेन नहीं है।
ठीक है, नहीं है ना?
नहीं।
ठीक है, अभी और कुछ तकलीफ है आपका?
नहीं, और कुछ तो तकलीफ नहीं
है। अच्छा, पहले से आपको कितना % रिलैक्स हुआ?
90% हम अच्छे हो गए।
ठीक है ना?
जी।
So this was the follow-up. Coming to the next case. Female, 45 years, lumbar spondylosis with disc osteophyte. So there was already degeneration which was taken place in this case. So her MRI revealed that she was suffering from lumbar spondylosis, diffuse disc bulge L3, L4, L5 space, causing anterior thecal sac flattening, bilateral neural foramen compromise, causing mild to moderate compression over exiting of nerves bilaterally, more prominent at L4, L5 disc, and there was bony degenerative changes. So, journey of history before marriage. Okay, where is I can see. There was a mild pain in her back due to heavy work, but after marriage, the birth of her first baby was normal. And after that, there was a first pricking pain on her left side of the shoulder. And then the pain got downward to the lower back. And that became too severe. Then they consulted doctor and they did the MRI and they diagnosed as lumbar spondylosis. And there was a disc bulge in L3, L4, L5, L4, L5. And thereafter, she took medicine for 2 to 3 years. Then pain got somehow reduced, but it persisted. So after that, they came for consultation. So she had a complaint of lumbar region since 13 years. Pain slight reduced as before, but pain has been comparatively less, but it persists. Onset was sudden, disappear was gradual. Character unbearable pain on lumbar region. She feel like she wants to mutilate that particular area and throw. That was a patient word, and that stiffness was persisted. Raising from sleep at morning, which aggravates the pain. Damp weather, prolonged standing for 20 to 25 minutes aggravates the pain. Prolonged sitting on the floor aggravates the pain. Prolonged walking aggravates. Ascending stair aggravates. Exercise after ameliorates, and by also massage. And dust allergy, breathing difficulty, any hard smell, smoke, dust, so any odor used to cause her allergy. Past history, malaria, urine infection 4 years ago, asthma 1981 to 2008, dust allergy, sneezing continuously at the morning 7 years ago, but not now. Family history: husband diabetic, mother-in-law diabetic, elder brother thyroid, grandfather asthma, brother also asthma, brother father. So physical generals: she likes to eat vegetable, she likes to have a bitter food, salty food, aversion spicy. She had aversion to milk products, except curd. Food aggravation: brinjal causes itching in lips, sour things causes pain in stomach, cannot tolerate, sorry, eat hurriedly. She had a she used specs. Chest rapid palpitation, shivering severely, grinding of teeth. This type of incident happened 5 to 6 times within 5 years. And what we asked the why it is caused, what is the cause, she didn't explain, and she said that it's sudden and violent, it lasts for 3 to 4 seconds. Aggravate: summer at night 1 to 2 a.m. Any smell from mouth, slight smelling. Tongue dry with imprint. Sleep disturbed, left sided, restless at night, pillow use medium. Covering need only in cold weather. Menses was all scanty, irregular, too scanty since 2006, and regular but very scanty. So education: she did her PG. And how was her childhood? At village she belonged. At village she was born and brought up. Having 4 siblings, she was a younger one. Mild by nature, reserved, not mixing in nature, did not like crowd places, loud sound. And since 1988, she did a heavy work, that is overlifting. She used to have keep silent when get angry. Her aim was self-dependent, to be self-dependent. After marriage, everything is good. And I asked about the nature. She said that she financially she has a good sounded, short-tempered, anger expressed by shouting. Sometimes in anger due to she used to beat her kids. She cannot control her anger. She get angry when things are not arranged in proper place. If my kids do not do work, they study on time. And she said that I'm actual reserve in nature. I don't like crowdy places. I like neat and clean, organized, very punctual, time, religious, helping in nature. She likes to do work perfectly, sometimes forgetful, sometimes hurried, workaholic. Not that emotional I am, but I do work by own way. I get when my kids get secure good mark in exam. So she was happy in her life. So cause which we found out, that was ailments from overlifting and anxiety about husband health. So thermal towards hot. Any cases with the remedy? Make sure your remedy covers the causation. Yes, Dr. Sandhya, Natramur, Arjun nitricum. The remedy was Natramur only. Yes, Dr. Raman Rao, that was the remedy which I gave, that was Natramur. And how beautifully the patient responded, I'll show you. Okay, I forgot. This case was in Odia language, but I hope you can. I'll translate it. She used to have a back pain, lot of pain. She could not do anything. When the pain was more, she was stooping was very much. Or during work, there was a lot of pain. Now she says that she's relaxed. Constipation and all the stool, she says all gone. She was in IPD, we kept for 10 days, and an Natramur BD was given. 95-97% she was better after Natramur. So, this all with about the cases. Now, coming to the homeopathic management tips, which I need to share my experience with the remedies and Materia Medica and repertory, all the hints which I can provide. See, it's a very big part, and I have tried to sum up in a very small information, which I think it might be helpful in your practice, in our clinical experience. So let me start with cervical spondylosis. These two remedies has been very effective if the patient had exact picture and exact symptoms of this remedy. Paris quadrifolia. It has been used in affection of cerebrospinal nerves, which pain in acute nape of neck, increase at times, great acuteness, and associated with numbness and heat. The pain begins in the nape of neck and shoulder, extend all the whole side, and majorly Paris quadrifolia is a left-sided remedy. Moving the hand, grasping everything. If you find in the repertory also, you can find the numbness, which extend to the fingers, tingling. These all the symptoms of Paris quadrifolia. So any exertion or intellect causes violent pain in the occiput is also a feature of Paris quadrifolia. The next remedy which I'm going to talk about, that is Lecnanthus tinctoria. It is a great remedy for torticollis. The neck becomes stiff and the head gets drawn to one side. Patient coming with stiff to one side. And pain in the nape of neck is so great as in give the sensation of dislocation. He feel like the neck has been dislocated. The pain is splitting, bursting pain, and which gets aggravated the moment of, if they're turning the head, there is a movement of aggravation. And it is most predominantly that is right-sided. Lecnanthus works on the right-sided. Another remedy which is very helpful, that is sanguinaria can. Stiff neck, especially to the right-sided, great pain and movement. If Sancan patients cannot raise their hand above. Obviously, you have to match the complete totality, but just for a learning purpose, I'm sharing this remedy information because it's very important to know majorly what happens. Like Sancan is a everyone thinks on the headache or but Sancan is a great remedy in blood hypertension. It's a many in the sciatica. It has many frozen shoulder. It works on many things, but the totality should match with the patient. Then only you can prescribe. He has that the picture of the remedy should be completely matched with the picture of the patient's symptoms. So Sancan, impossible to raise arm from one side, that is especially in night, and which patient comes and tells that if I lie down on this side, I cannot, I feel the pain more, and I'm relieved by lying on back. That is the typical symptoms of Sancan. Next remedies, that is Sumicifica. Sumicifica definitely, it's a nowadays, like you can see that what is written in Sumicifica, like there is more pain in the neck portion when the patient bends his forward, bowing the head. The pain and stiffness is more in the shoulder area. The whole cervical to shoulders, all the pain radiates. Majorly like people using on computer, using computer, lot of keypads, long hours, odd posture. These all are these all can be find out in the people, and they can be matched with exact symptoms of Sumicifica, and you can help them. And the pain and stiffness is more in the shoulder areas. Always remember that is a marked indicative of Sumicifica. Ranunculus bulbosus. The pain is felt over the neck portion and sometimes spread downwards on the chest portion too. There is more pain during morning hours. Ranunculus bulbosus is a neglected remedy in cervical spondylosis or in a cervical pains, but it is a very good remedy which can help us in moving the head. Also causes pain, even the deep breathing. So this is very important, right? Moving the head also causes pain. Even a deep breathing increases the pain. The more he breathes, there is more the pain he feels. The pain is associated with numbness, the numbness feeling of arms. Calmia is also important medicine for cervical spondylosis when the pain is associated with numbness of the part. So wherever there is numbness with the part, but here the pain is origin at the neck portion and spread downwards to arms and fingers, like Paris quadrifolia. But the pain comes here is the paroxysmal way, like a dull persisting pain like found in Rustox. So there is another important symptoms of calmia is vertigo and dizziness while looking downwards. Most of the cervical spondylosis patients come with dizziness, vertigo, and they don't know what causing it. So when you do the X-ray, you'll find out he is suffering from cervical spondylosis. So I would like to have a differentiate of lumbar pain remedies, which is very important. What I feel that everyone should learn this. Colocynth, everyone knows that there's a favorite remedy of every back pain or acute abdominal pain, whether there is a bending downward and amelioration. So abdomen double up bending forward may ameliorate the pain, like Pambam and Kalikap also. When Colocynth fails, Kalikap helps in abdominal pain. So coming here, Colocynth pain will be so excruciating that patient screams with pain, with anger. There has a contraction of muscles, sciatic pain, shooting band like screwing, better by pressure. They need hard pressure, like worse by least motion, rotation, even they cannot rotation. At night, limbs drawn up like hedgehog. The drawing up limbs upwards ameliorates the pain. That's the marks feature of Colocynth. Macphos always keep talking about her pains. Every night neuralgia with spasmodic muscular. Wherever there is a spasmodic pain, there is McFOS. During the day, right hip lame, worse walking, followed by numbness, tingling in left toes, leg ache after getting into a bed. Diascoria. Diascoria is a wonderful remedy. If we read, there is a dull in the cervical as well as lumbar. It both in works excellent. Lumbar there is a dull pain in the back of neck, stiff back, lame in the morning. Region of liver is so lame that it's impossible to turn in the bed. Better by motion. And diascoria is typical. All the pains ameliorates by stretching backwards ameliorates. Diascoria people, if you ask the patient to have a, come forward and sit and explain how the pain aggravates, and he'll say forward bending aggravates. And when you ask him to do backward bending, they'll say it's feeling I'm much better. So stretching, diascoria has that sensation. No, if he bends backwards, he feels better. That is a marked amelioration, marked keynote of diascoria. So spinal hyperesthesia, spinal cord feels bruised all the way up and down, sharp pains in the back. Valeriana has a, it's a most hysterical remedy. When Rustox fails Valeriana, think Valeriana. Valeriana has the same picture of Rustox. And Valeriana is a very marked remedy in hernia disc hernias. Aggravate by standing with both feet flat on floor. Sciatic pain worse when standing, sitting, resting. Better by walking and rubbing. From calf, people will come and tell, the patient will come and say from calf to heel they have the pain, and it is a right-sided, predominantly right-sided. And Rustox, it has a picture like a Rustox. Like Rustox works on left-sided. Phytolacca is the best remedy I can say, where the patient says that there is so much pain, I'm going to die for sure. That is the marked keynote of mind symptoms in Phytolacca due to pain, the agony in pain. And people come and tell that there's electric shock like pain, bursting pain, hips and thigh, which is change on weather, worse on motion, extension, aching the heels, better elevating the feet. It is in heel pains. When the patient come and tells that if I elevate the feet, I feel better. Even in the sciatica also. Neuralgia of toes, sharp cutting pains, drawing legs drawn up, cannot touch floor. They have excruciating pain in that. Another remedy, that is Nephilum. Nephilum is a great remedy. I know everyone knows about it. There is a numbness generally associated with the pain. Amon Muir, here is the pain is severe, long continued, but is often left-sided. Amon Muir is a left-sided remedy. They are better by rubbing as well as when they lie down, the pain goes away. And the tendons, they have a constriction of hamstrings. There's a constricting pain on hamstrings. There's also stiffness. There is a remedy also I didn't mention here. I forgot. Carbonium sulf. If you read remedy of carbonium sulf, you'll find there is a stiffness while walking on the leg. They feel completely stiff. They cannot walk due to the pain. Calcarea carb. It's a sciatic pain caused due to working under the water. The pain aggravates when the limbs kept hanging down. Hence, he has to elevate his knees constantly. So, calcarea carb people will elevate his knee constantly because when they hang down, the pain aggravates. Euphorbium. The tearing, tingling pain of this remedy is relieved by motion. It's like Rustox. One more remedy I need to tell you about, that is arsenic metallicum. Please read Materia Medica about arsenic metallicum. Arsenic metallicum is a exact picture of Rustox. You know why? Arsenic metallicum, all the symptoms get ameliorated by motion, like Rustox picture. So, Ferrum the pain in the hip joint is violent and it is more from evening till midnight. There is a distinct lessening of the pain from walking slowly. So slow walking ameliorates the pain. That is Ferrum. Kali iode is a good for sciatic pain with a syphilitic and mercury history, and the pain is appropriate to be worse at the night time because it's a syphilitic remedy. All the pain gets aggravated by night, and better by motion. Next, Califos. Califos is a patient feels the pain in the sole of the foot. When the patient says you, there's a pain in sole of the foot. Ledampal, it's a marked remedy from running feet upward. The affected limb is cooler than the remaining of the body. The left side is more affected by right side. So side affinity is very important. Whichever remedy you choose, you match the totality, always cover with the side affinity, which is a confirmatory point because this remedy has to work on that side of affinity. You cannot just prescribe blindly. Okay, you give randomly whichever medicine without considering their side affinities. So Menanthus trifoliata as the remedy of sciatica is a very peculiar indication. In Menanthus, The pain throws the affected thigh and leg spasmodically upward in a jerking fashion. It has so much of pain. Natramute, tensive pain in the right hip, knee of remnant character. Plumbum, chronic sciatica with muscular atrophy. Ruta, everyone knows that there must be injury of history of contusion, deep-seated, as if the pain of the marrow of the pain. Okay, another gem remedy that is aurum iodatum. I don't know how many people have read about it, but I have studied about aurum iodatum from Professor Vitholkas. He clearly mentioned that it should be considered in cases of right-sided sciatica with strong pain and numbness when nephilum and colocynth has no results. So confirmatory symptoms would be that with depression, restlessness, by open air ambulation, sitting aggravation, by lying in bed, and warmth aggravation. It's a hot remedy. So next remedy I would like to show, that is Indium metallicum. Indium metallicum, I don't know how many people have read about it, but Indium metallicum, what I felt it, that it's a very important remedy. We should learn about it. That is, the patient has a mental depression. It has restlessness, cannot sit still, must walk about in a restless mode all the time, and sleepy, irritable with headache. There's a stiffness of neck and shoulders, drawing through the side of the neck to clavicle. First right side, the next day left. The first will be pain in the right side, then it will shift it to the left. Pain is worse on beginning to move. Rheumatic drawing across shoulders up to heads. Flexion on rotation of the head. So dull aching pain in back and in the lumbar regions. So definitely read about Indium metallicum. I have given only a small indication point. See, it's not everything. I cannot have a complete session on all the Materia Medica. I'm just pointing out which is the point is important, which need to learn and which would be fixed in our brains so that we can remember when to use the exact remedy in the wet situation. So this is about Indium. Indigo. Indigo has a keynote. It has a pricking in nates. In buttocks, like, there's a pricking pain continuously. Patient comes and explain you the sensation. So melancholy, discontented, immovable stiffness as the keynote as well. Immovable stiffness. Pain in limbs worse after every meal. And there is a typical pain the patient can explain you beautifully, because they are the best teachers. I can tell you, the pain comes from middle of the thigh to the knee in the bone, and which is better by walking and returning during the rest. So this is the typical pains which is mentioned in indigo. Ignitia. Ignitia is the most neglected remedy I can say in regarding the pain of the neck and the back, I can say, because it's not about all emotions. It's about a much big picture of ignitia has. So I would like to tell you, in back and neck, there's a stiffness in nape of neck, enlarged glands which is painless, like nodocytes in the neck. So you can you can find the nodocytes in the neck. Pain in os sacrum in the morning, and the pain is so excruciating. The back is bent forward due to pain, and they feel like, squeezing like a claw. It has violent sacral pains, and feel like thousands of knives posing, like, lancination by of knives from loins to thigh. Weak back with sciatica. It has a typical sensation of sensibility of soles of feet when walking, shooting pain as if from ulceration of the soles of. They feel like ulceration type of pain is there in the soles of feet. There's a sensation of burning in the heels at night when placing them near one to another. When they come in contact, they are cold to touch. So sensation of burning of heels, I would like to tell you, medorinum, lachesis, sulfur, other marks remedies in this, but ignitia also covers this. So we have to think on a broader perspective. It's not about always medorinum, or it's not about always lachesis. We have to see more remedies. We need to explore. We need to thorough with the Materia Medica. Then only we can confirm the picture. So I have pointed out few indications which has been mentioned in ignitia, and particularly in sciatic nerve. You can see extremities pain, sciatic nerve, swelling of the limb width, that is ignitia. Pain, sciatica, alternating pain elsewhere, that is ignitia. Extremities pain, sciatic nerve, every winter, that is ignitia. How beautifully it was given. You can just see pain, sciatic nerve, winter, that is ignitia. Pain, sciatic nerve, summer ameliorates the pain, that is Hipper sulf, ignitia, Rustox. So next remedy, that is salicylic acid. It's a very wonderful remedy. Again, acids, restless, melancholy. You can find upper limbs rheumatic pain of RA occurring in some women during the climactic period. The pain disappear and the enlargements of the fingers subside. The hands could again be used. Lower limbs, you can find suppressed foot sweat. That is a ailments from suppressed foot sweat, that is salicylic acid. And it has a typical sensation of left sciatic nerve drawing, burning as if foot were in ant hill. There is so much of burning from hip to down. You can say. Patient can say there is a pain in course of left sciatic nerve drawing, burning. There's a drawing, burning pain as if foot were in ant hill. So sciatic pains extending left to knee, that is salicylic acid. Toes to tip, extremities pain, sciatic nerve extended toes to tip, that is salicylic acid. Another remedy, that is elatrium. Elatrium officinalis. It's a, you can say, squirting cucumber, and it comes under the family of like colocynths, same cucurbitaceae, Bryannia colocynth elatrium. Elatrium is also an excellent remedy. It is all the consequence of suppressed malaria. When there is always ailments, you can say that is suppressed malaria. Irresistible desire to wander from home at night. Effects of damp weather. So it has a particular dull aching pain of left sciatic nerve to instep and toes. And it's also another remedy for jaundice of newborn infants. I don't know how many people know about, but jaundice of newborn infants, you can say Nux vomica, Myrica cerifera, elatrium. These are all the remedies which can be, of course you have to match the complete picture, but these are the remedies which are very helpful. So pain, sciatic nerve periodical, elatrium, that is a single remedy. Extremities pain, sciatic nerve extends toes to tip off. So from hip to feet till toes, to the tip of toes, that is elatrium. Pain, sciatic nerve extending downward, elatrium. Pain, toes extending to tip off, that is a marked symptom of elatrium. Viscum album. This is another remedy which I need to share about. It's like, chronic malignant hypertension. It works in sciatica. It works as a good picture in a lot of mental depression states. So it has lot of it's a very vast remedy. It's a very big remedy which you need to learn about. That is Viscum album. Viscum album, it has a keynote of blood pressure increasing, hot flushes, sciatica, bilateral sacralization of spine. That is a very important, which I found out in Materia Medica. That is bilateral sacralization of spine. Aggravates in winter, cold, constipation. Sciatic pain as if tearing, shooting pain in both thighs and upper extremities as well. So pain alternate in the knee and ankle with the shoulder with the elbow. So from knee to ankle with shoulder at elbow, it alternate the pain. So in winter, extremities pain, sciatic nerve, winter, Viscum album, ignitia, both are the remedies. This is extremities pain, sciatic nerve with otorrhea. It's a very, you can say, concomitant. Sciatic with otorrhea, sciatica with otorrhea, that is Viscum album, single remedy. Pain, sciatic nerve, left otorrhea, mainly left otorrhea, that is Viscum album. Extremities pain, pinching hot pincers as from, that is Viscum album. Extremities pain, sciatic nerve, position change of does not emerge. The patient keep on wrestling. If you're changing the position also, the pain does not relieve. That is Viscum album. Next remedy, that is Nux vomica. Nux vomica is also a brilliant remedy, you can say, in these all type of backache, rheumatism. It's an excellent remedy. It's not about all the gastric disturbance. It's all about more than that. So all the Loganaceae family, Ignitia, Nux vomica, there's a very, very Gelsemium. There has a very strong affinity in this kind of pains as well. So upper limbs, rheumatic, there's a drawing in arms, extending from shoulder to finger, sensation of arms while asleep, loss of motion of arms, especially at night. Lower limbs, sharp shooting pain in thighs with torpor, paralytic weakness, pain in thighs as if broken. They feel like they have so much pain as if broken. Can anyone tell me where it is written about a remedy which feels that femur, there's a pain in femur, they feel that it's a broken. They have a sensation there is a femur is broken. Can anyone tell me? They have a typical sensation where there is a pain and they feel like their femur bone is broken. Can anyone tell me that remedy? It's a single remedy which I learned about. No, Kalika, it's close actually. It's a complementary. Arnica. No, that's what the point is. It's not always bluish pains is not about always arnica. That's the point is the remedy. We're already late now, so I'm telling you the remedy. The remedy which is that is pulsatilla. Read pulsatilla. In repertory also it will again like they have a pain femur, like they have broken sensation of the femur. They feel like femur is broken. It's pulsatilla is only remedy. Okay, so fever with sciatica. Okay, fever is sciatica, also nux vomica. Extremities pain, sciatic nerve, trochanter. So you can see the diagram here. From greater trochanter to extending knee, hollow of lifting pain, standing. That is a single remedy, only nux vomica. Extremities pain, trochanter, perspiration with, and so much of pain they perspire during the pain. That is nux vomica. Extremities pain, sciatic trochanter at night. That is nux vomica. Extending pain, sciatic nerve, trochanter. So all the pains rising from trochanter. That is the main essence here. You need to understand this very clearly. That all the pains will start from trochanter. So you need to examine the patient and you need to see from where the pain is arising. So there are many remedies like Gaultheria, inflammatory sciatica, agaricus. There's a painful to touch, hyperesthesia of skin down the left, arnica, definitely back pain with a history of blow or injuries, ruta injuries, stiffness of cervical region till the back. Ledampal has ascending sciatica, so the patient will come and tell that from the feet from upward the pain is standing. Hypericum old spinal injuries, Kalibai shifting wandering pain, tellurium med pain from last cervical to fifth dorsal, very sensitive worst touch, coughing, sneezing aggravates the moment they cough the pain the aggravates in the back. There are many more remedies, and please prescribe only based on totality. So next I'm going to share about some quickly some repertory liners which I found out very interesting for us to everybody to learn. I don't know, everyone knows, maybe everyone might be knowing it, but still I'm sharing. Lumbar pain ameliorated by leaning on chair. When the pain ameliorates by leaning on chair. Euponium. Euponium is a very remedy, very beautiful remedy. Euponium for the lumbar pain amelioration by leaning on the chair. And sarsaparilla. These two remedies. Mind streaking, streaming, like I described in the hip to knee from stitching, tearing, motion aggravation, sciatica, that is colocynth. Extremities pain, sciatic left swelling limb, that is ignitia. Extremities pain, sciatic nerve left syphilitic, Stylingia sylvitica. It's a very excellent remedy in RA. It's used in it's a purely syphilitic remedy. It has agonizing pain in Stylingia. So please do read about Stylingia. It's a very nice remedy. Extremities pain, sciatic nerve, right? Stretching the legs aggravates and standing. When you ask the patient, you can do a physical examine on this. When you ask the patient and you ask him to stretch the leg, you'll ask in the chair, do one thing, you keep up, lift your leg and try to stretch your leg, and if the pain aggravates, you think of Valeriana at that time. Definitely it will help, because that's a marked modality of the Valeriana pains. When you ask the patient to lift the limbs and you ask him to stretch. Next, extremities coldness, sensation of feet. There's a sensation of feet, heel left, that is sciatica, that is agaricus. Extremities pain, sciatic nerve rest cannot, although motion aggravates. So here is something interesting. Extremities pain, sciatic nerve rest cannot. They cannot rest, although when they're walking the pain gets aggravated, but they cannot rest as well. And something very interesting here, the more the pain, the more the severe the chills. When there is more pain, they feel more chilliness, and they ask like, I feel a lot of chills. That is pulsatilla, the single remedy in a materia medica. It has so much of sensitivity with chills. Extremities pain, sciatic nerve, stool straining. And whenever they'll come and tell you, whenever I go to the loo and I strain, I get continuous pain from hip to downwards. That is in the nux vomica, platina, restrox, sepia, tellurium. So extremities pain, sciatic nerve, constipation with as well. Hemamelis, lycopodium, nux vomica, plumum, ruta, sulfur. So these are the remedies. So hereby ending with a quote, I would like to tell you what Dr. Kent says: when you make failures, you may be sure that they are within yourself. And if you think the failure is in homeopathy, you will begin your corrections on the wrong side of the ledger. So this is a beautifully written, and I like to share with everyone over here. So thank you for bearing with us, and I hope I was able to explain few things what I want to share with everyone. This was entirely my clinical experience on with lumbar disc diseases, cervical spondylosis, lumbar spondylosis. So thank you everyone for patiently listening me.
Thank you so much, sir. It has been a really wonderful session.
Thank you.
It was a lot informative, and you gave information about many new drugs. It was really informative, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Vidisha, are you there?
Yes, Dr. Deepu.
Yeah. Dr. Nidisha, are you there?
Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor.
I think her voice. Please give Dr. Jitesh Sharma a vote of thanks from Aisha.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Dr. Deepu.
Dr. Nidisha.
Yes.
Yeah. Can
Yes,
you give a vote of thanks to Dr. Yeah.
Yes, doctor. It was a really wonderful session, sir. Jitesh, sir, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We could really learn many new things from this session: how to approach a case and how to take the totality, where to stress in a patient, where to give stress among the vast number of symptoms that we get from a patient. So it was a really informative session. We got a really new perspective of how to approach a case.
Thank you.
And you also gave many symptoms, and you really introduced many new drugs to us. And even the rubrics, how to choose the rubrics also, we got a really big idea from you. It was really informative, sir. You couldn't have done better, I think.
No, it was just a sample, I guess. I'm still struggling. I'm still learning every day and trying to be more and more, curious to know what is more in homeopathy, what we can help with the patients.
Exactly, sir. Your knowledge, it's really imperative. You have a really vast knowledge. We'd like to have more sessions from you from very different topics.
Definitely. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Actually, Dr. was in channel, sir, and so he has the culmination of all the faculty.
Sorry, Dr. Deepu, your voice was breaking. I could not hear.
Deepu, voice cut down.
Oh,
voice.
Okay. My range is okay.
So, shall we take leave?
Yes, sir. We can wind up the session. Thank you so much.
Any queries? I have showed my email address. Everyone can mail me if any queries. And definitely, if you allow us, then I'll definitely come and I'll show some more different cases and a different pathology. So we should see like lot of cases on a different angle. Then only we can learn what I believe. Like only showing one case is not enough. And I have more big, but it's not possible to conclude all the 10, 15 cases, 50 cases to show in one session. I need to show what I want to teach. The graphs, whatever you can get the information, that is more important rather than keep on saying cases.
So cases helps us how to learn to how to approach a case.
Yes.
Which rubrics to take, what to take and what to leave in a patient.
True.
Exactly. So in that aspect, case takings will be really helpful.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Deepu.
I think my range is I'm traveling.
Hello.
I think Deepu doctor is traveling right